Welcome back to another episode of Biceps and Biryani. It's been a while, so I'm Sai, Physique CEO, and we have.
Sid at Men's Physique, FBB Pro, owner of Beastified Gym.
So today we have a couple interesting topics. We're gonna go through the Arnold Classic lineup, make some predictions, go through another tier day. So we're gonna do a back day tier list and some personal stuff that's been going on. Our plans for this year as far as competing, what we did for the holidays, and anything else that comes up. So, Sid, how were your holidays?
Holidays is good. Before we continue, sorry about all the interruptions. I do have a house with a 6-year-old, and it's they're winding down for the night, so I apologize for the background noises. Holidays were great, man. It's actually my favorite time of the year. Christmas, all of that stuff is just so awesome. It's just a lot of family-oriented stuff. We went to this place called Top of the Rock in Branson, Missouri this year. Oh, absolutely beautiful place.
It's like a mountain. What is that?
It's in the Ozark Mountains. It's like the CEO of Bass Pro Shop, he has like a place up there where it's like, he has a lot of lights on the waterfalls and stuff like that where you can ride the golf carts through it at night. And then he also has like a museum, a 40,000 square foot museum of like American history, basically. It's just beautiful. It was a very cold day, but it was just absolutely breathtaking views.
Yeah, is it all outdoor? Or is it some of it like the museum and stuff is indoor too?
Museum's indoor. It was a really freezing day, so I'm glad it was indoors.
Yeah.
But I believe the most photographed bronze statue is there from in
Okay.
America. So it was just it was beautiful. And then I had Corey, my wife's family, here for Christmas. We did our normal Christmas stuff, open gifts and stuff like that. So it's always good to see my 6-year-old's face light up.
Yeah, what is your like Christmas tradition with them?
So what we did do is we do the little we do cookies and milk the night before. We decorate a lot inside the house, bring the presents in, and usually,
Yeah.
and the milk.
So she's still
She still believes in Santa.
okay,
Yes.
okay. I didn't know if she's within earshot. I didn't want to say anything.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to keep that going as long as possible because it's just
Yeah.
such a joy to watch your face just light up the next day.
Yeah, man, that's nice. So we went back to Tennessee for the holidays.
Oh,
So we drove back on the 22nd and we stopped by one of our friend's house on the way to Knoxville. So my family's in Nashville, so that's like on the way to Knoxville, and my wife's family's in Knoxville. So we stopped by in Nashville for a night, stayed with some friends. Because my parents were gonna stay with them on the way back. So then we went to Knoxville, and I actually ended up getting the flu like on Christmas Day. So we were at my in-laws' house, and they have like a basement. So I was just like sitting in the basement all day when everyone else was doing all their stuff. So um,
no.
yeah. So I was in the basement all day for Christmas, and then we drove all the way back from Knoxville straight to Texas the next day. So that was brutal.
Were you still sick when you were?
Yeah. I still had the flu, but we were like, I was gonna go see my parents with the flu, so I was like, let's just go straight back, and then we'll come back on the way to the Arnold. So
So this is your first time back at Tennessee
yeah,
after your move to Texas.
and it was cut short. So we were back like halfway
Oh, I'm
through
sorry to hear
what the
that,
trip
man.
was supposed to be. Yeah, that sucked, but
Yeah.
it's okay. Yeah, so it's because I hadn't seen my parents for a while because even when we were leaving, my mom was already in India when we moved. So I hadn't seen her in a while, but yeah, we'll see her and we'll see
Is this the
them in
longest
March.
you've gone not seeing them?
Since like college, maybe. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because after college we were, um, we were like 40 minutes away in Murfreesboro, so we saw them at least like every month and a half, 2 months.
It's good. And
But yes,
what about your sister in Cali?
yeah. So her, we probably see like maybe once or twice a year. So we're actually going to Cali in February, so we'll be there. I think February 4th, Valentine's weekend. Um, yeah, we'll
Oh,
be
well,
flying into LA, so we'll see them for a couple of
just
days.
to kind of kick it and hang out.
Yeah, well, so we have that buddy pass for Southwest, so it's buy one get one free tickets. So we have it until the end. We had it for a year, but it ends the end of February. So we're like, let's take one more trip before it goes away. So we're just figured it'd be good to just fly to LA and It's a lot cheaper from Texas too than Tennessee, so it's like halfway there.
And probably a lot of direct flights.
Yeah, direct flight. It was so we can like both go for a round trip for like $280 or something. So that's pretty good.
Yeah. How long are you staying there?
I think we're gonna get there on like a Thursday night and then stay there till the following Monday because Monday's a holiday. So maybe like Monday night or we'll stay. I think is it President's Day? Yeah, I think so. Something
probably.
like that.
Yeah. And what about New Year's? Was that in Texas?
Yeah, that's why we were already back here. We're gonna drive back after New Year's and spend it with my parents. But yeah, we were already back in Texas, so yeah, Brooke and I were just hanging out here. But that was fun. We went to go get went to the gym, hit legs, and then went to go get some Korean barbecue, and that was pretty fun.
Yeah, the same spot we went to, huh?
Yeah, same spot.
Yeah, that was a pretty good spot. Oh.
Yeah, that's been our go-to because they're open till like 2 a.m. It's a super good. So.
And then just came home. Like, you guys don't have like a New Year's tradition where you stay up till 12 or anything like that?
No, but we're usually up to 12 every day. So yeah,
I can't recall last time I brought in a New Year, man. I'm passed out by 12, so I can't recall it. I mean, but it was I actually on New Year's I got sick. So I was sick that day. There's something going around here. I mean,
dude,
I never get sick. I never get sick usually, and this year I got sick, so it's kind of strange.
Yeah, no, me too. It's something is going around to like everybody. Like I feel like everybody I've talked to has gotten sick at some point this year, so it's definitely something that's going around.
I'm excited about Arnold. I'm excited about the season opening. So,
are you going?
Definitely trying to come in.
Still planning on it?
Going as well.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. We're gonna drive up. I think so we're gonna leave on Thursday, drive to Nashville, spend the night there, and then Friday morning drive to the Arnold. So I think go straight to the expo. So
what's that trip look like? Nashville is like
10-ish hours, and then I think Ohio is like another 5.5 from there. Yeah, it's not bad, especially if you can spend the night somewhere. So so we'll go see them, spend the night, and then head to Columbus. Maybe leave at like 8 or 9 a.m. Get there at 1. Have like half the day at the expo. Yeah. And we booked a hotel. I think it's an extended stay, like 10-15 minutes away. Are you gonna fly? Would you fly or drive? How far is it for you?
I think it's like 16-18 hour drive. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. I can send you the hotel we're at, and then that way you can just because we can carpool to the venue and stuff.
As long as you wake up in the morning.
Yeah. We'll wake up if we're paying that much money, we'll wake up.
Wake up, right? Yeah. Do you know what the tickets are this time around?
Yeah, so we bought Saturday night tickets, and we paid about $140 each. I want to say
not bad.
It's not bad compared to the Olympia, dude. Like that's not bad at all.
Okay, Saturday night is where
all the men's results. Yeah. So we'll see finals for men's open, men's physique, and then classic, and I think I guess just all the men's divisions. So that'll be good. And we got pretty decent seats too for that 140. It was like the closest, the best one you could get without buying like those VIP gold platinum ones. So
that's good.
Yeah, Arnold's super reasonable. Because I remember the Olympia, we paid like $400 for like pretty bad seats.
Yeah, they get sold out pretty quick too, though.
Yeah.
Talking about results in Saturday nights, let's go over this lineup, man.
Yeah, no, it's a really good one. So we can start with, should we start with men's open or men's physique?
Well, we could start with open.
Hadi was definitely the surprise competitor for me. I didn't think he would do it.
Goodness. Andrew Jack and Martin Fitz, Brandon Curry.
Dude, it's gonna be crazy. It's a really stacked lineup. So yeah, here it is. So how many competitors total are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10 total. Dang, that's crazy. Such a small show, but it's like insanely deep.
We'll do top 5.
Yeah, top 5. All right. So starting at 5th place, who do you have?
I think we should go the other way, starting at 1st place. Actually, no.
That kills the suspense.
That's correct. That's correct.
So we know the top. top four is pretty set, I think. So this it's just fifth place that you got to figure out.
It's
For
tough
fifth,
between Brandao, Curry, and
that's what I was
Burton.
thinking.
It's so
Yeah,
so tough for fifth.
that's what I was thinking too.
Uh,
Brando, who's the third person you said? Brando, Curry, and who?
Burton.
Burton. Oh, Tonio, didn't he? Tonio dropped, right?
Oh, Tonio dropped.
Yeah, he's not on this list.
Oh, who
Yeah, because I remember he
replaced
was
him?
planning on it, but I don't think he was. I think he pulled out because I think his coach did an interview and said he wasn't going to do it.
Oh, okay. Then for me, it's between Brandao and Brandon Curry.
Yeah, that's what I was between two.
Brandon, I haven't seen him in a while either. So,
Yeah,
mm,
Brando.
yeah, Brandao looks really good. I mean, it was 2 Olympias ago that he came out. He was like the most surprised look. Um, I think I'll still have Brandon Curry at fifth though.
I'm thinking so too because Brandon at the Olympia was pretty. He was pretty impressive to me. That was like one of the
Yeah.
better Brandons I feel like I've seen in a while. So, if he can just bring that same package, I think he'll beat Brando. And Brando is pretty inconsistent. When he's on, he looks really good, but he's been off several times. All right, so fifth we both have Brandon. Okay, so fourth, I think. Let's see who do you have in fourth?
I'll let you go first.
Okay, I think it will be between Martin and Nick.
I knew it. I knew you would have trouble. That's why I said go.
I guess I have to put Nick based on recent results.
I mean, I know a lot of people don't. I love Nick, man. So I'm gonna put Martin at fourth. I think he's gonna come back with the vengeance and come with a crazy package. I think he's by himself. He's coaching himself, right?
Yeah, he's coaching himself, but Martin's last look was pretty wild at the Prague. So I was like, if he brings that look, that's gonna be tough to beat.
I agree. That is gonna be a tough to beat Martin,
Especially for
but
Nick. Nick would have to look like Pittsburgh Nick. Who do you think who would have won if we had Pittsburgh Nick versus Prague Martin?
oh no, I can't say until I see them side by side.
I think
Prague Martin was like a crazy look, even though like Pittsburgh Nick was like he's coming out, yeah.
That was a
But that
freaky look.
conditioning on Prague was just ridiculous.
It was. So who would you put then? You said you'd put did you say you'd put Martin fourth then?
Yeah, I'll put Martin.
So you think Nick will look better than he's ever looked then? Because you think that Prague Martin would beat Pittsburgh Nick.
Yes, but I think Nick's gonna come out with something crazy.
So you think he'll look even better than Pittsburgh?
Uh-huh.
Okay. That would be crazy.
I'm pulling for him.
Yeah, I'm pulling for him too. I like Nick. And I think I was hoping he'd do better at the Olympia, but he obviously we know that didn't go as planned. But yeah. Okay, so then third place, I'm gonna put Martin.
I'm gonna have Nick. You have a more of a I think it's gonna be Martin third, but I'm just making my pick off. Like, hey, I just want to see it done.
Dude, I do too. Yeah, I would love to see Nick come in and like just look way better than the Olympia, redeem himself a little bit, especially without a coach. That'd be pretty cool. Like it would be that would be like the most badass thing ever if Nick came and won the Arnold without a coach.
Such a statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got Nick third, you got Martin third. Second?
Yeah. Andrew. I think that's a pretty easy one for me.
I think I'm gonna pick Hadi second and Andrew's gonna win.
Oh. Okay. That's okay. So I don't know if Andrew can beat Hadi.
I thought Andrew beat Hadi in Olympia.
No, Andrew got third. Hadi got second.
I know, but I thought he did.
Oh, you thought you're saying you thought he did. But do you think the judges will see it that way? Because why wouldn't he have beat him at the Olympia?
I don't know. I think I don't know. I
mean, I don't know either. I would have loved Andrew to have won the Olympia, but
yeah, I think he should have. So I'm going to stick with what I saw, and I think Andrew's going to be.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. I would love for Andrew to win because I think I've been saying this for probably the last 5-6 years. Like if I could look like any physique on this planet, it would be Andrew.
Same here.
Like
Same here.
I love that look. So yeah, I mean, I would 100% pull for him to win. I have doubts that the judges will give it to him just because they haven't. I thought that his Olympia look was insane.
Yeah. So now you got.
So then I have Hadi winning. Yeah, just because I mean Hadi, he's just so complete, so consistent. I think he's a safe pick, but I would like to see Andrew kind of sneak in there and win.
Yeah, that's the same thing. It's just stirs up the pot for Olympia a little bit more.
Yeah, dude, that'd be so cool if Andrew won that because I think he would be if he won this and beat Hadi, he would be like the front runner for the Olympia. I think.
Yeah, it would be him between him, Samson, and Derek, and Hadi would
Yeah,
be in the mix as well. Because
Hadi would be in the mix, but his stock would be down if Andrew beats him here. Samson's stock is down because he got fourth at Olympia and then got beat by Martin. So I think it'd be like Derek and Andrew would be like the front runners, and I think everyone loves Andrew's physique more than Derek. So I would love to see that. And Andrew is like, especially if the Arnold typically goes for like the shapelier guys, like how can you get better than Andrew?
I know it's
you can't.
tall, pretty, just
Yeah,
muscular. He's got it all, man. I think it's one of the most prettiest physique that I've seen in
no, it
bodybuilding.
really is. On the open stage, like I can't even think of anybody's physique that I have thought is better. Sean Roden had a really pretty physique as well.
Flex
Flexed it too. He was so much smaller.
Yeah, I agree.
But like a 300-pound dude that looks like that is insane.
I know. I agree.
All right. So next up we have classic. Classic. Let's just do. So we have. Let's see. 1, 2. I think. Yeah, same amount. Let's do top 3. So I don't know a lot of these. I don't know some of these guys.
Okay. I have third Wesley.
Did you see? So this Andrea Mamoli guy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see what happened with him at the Olympia?
Yeah, I did. He got called in the call out and he didn't hear it and he didn't come out.
Yeah. So like he did look really good.
Yeah.
So I'm between him and Menegate and Wesley for third.
That's a good call to make because I would have had Andrea at fourth.
Yeah, I'll put Wesley ahead of him. So yeah, I would. Let me say Wesley, and I'm gonna put Wesley in second. So I'm gonna put Menegate in third.
Okay, I'll have it.
Wait, what did he get in the Olympia?
Seventh or something like that. 7th or 8th. Like it was top 10.
Yeah. So him and Wesley have both been the exact same spot at the Olympia. So it's just who. All right, I'll put Wesley in third. Never mind. I take it back. Because yeah, Wesley's era, his legs will hold him back. But Menegate's legs are also not the best. It's probably his weakest part of him, right?
But he's more. I thought he was more classic shape looking.
He is definitely more traditionally classic.
Yeah. So that's why I think Menegate will come in second, Wesley come in third, and obviously I have Mike winning it.
Yeah, I can see that too. Do you see Sam being in first call out?
No. Nothing against him. I just think he just needs a couple more years. And
what do you think is holding him back?
I think just like
he's pretty big.
He's big. He knows how to condition. I think it's just little holes, completing the attachment of certain muscles to make it look more pretty. That just happens with more time.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if classic's the division for him. I think he will have to go to open to do well eventually.
I think I don't necessarily see the classic shape in him either. In the sense where when he's vacuuming, it just, I don't know. I don't see classic.
But he has that grainy look. Like he has a really grainy, dense look, especially for someone so young. So I think like if he does keep pushing, he could probably be a decent open guy.
No, I agree.
Yeah, I think for classic, he'll run in. I think his structure and like the way his muscles kind of flow will hold him back from being like a top classic guy.
Especially with like, guys like Ramon.
Yeah, we have such pretty physiques at the top right now.
Yeah.
Mike, Ramon, Menegate,
Niall,
yeah, Niall's physique, it's just insane shapes we have
Terrence.
on top right now. Terrence, yeah.
I'm surprised Terrence not doing this.
Yeah, me too. I guess he's just saving up for the Olympia, or maybe he's just busy with his gym opening in Houston.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he has his gym opening up in March. I want to say March or April. So yeah, wow. Probably right around then. So, Okay, so down the big one, men's physique. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 11, 12 competitors. Let's just do top. We can do top 5 for men's physique because we know a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm trying to pull up the lineup here as well, so I can take. It's so hard to see.
you can't see it on the screen. Can we zoom in?
No, it's okay. I can pull it up on my phone. Oh, there you go. Oh,
All right, so I think I have my top. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think I have my top 5.
yeah, I think I do too. Okay,
Okay, so who do you have in
where are
5th?
you? I obviously between Ben.
And
It's
Vitor?
tough. That top 4 could be shaken up for me. Oh, Emmanuel, Vitor, Andre, and Ben is just a crazy mix up for me.
It's
I
a
think
toss
I'm
up.
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
I think I'll have. Oof, back. I think I'll have Ben at 5.
yeah. Between Ben and Vitor, I think I'll put Vitor at 5, and I'll put Ben at 4.
I'm gonna put Emmanuel at 4th.
Third, I'm gonna say yes. To me, a beat between Emmanuel and Andre. I mean, the best Emmanuel has beaten the best Andre. It's just will we see the best Emmanuel?
What about
Um,
Olympia placing? Then
this Olympia,
Andre.
but Emmanuel wasn't at his best. This was like
Yeah,
pretty off Emmanuel at the Olympia, towards the end of prejudging at least,
I
because he
agree.
faded pretty bad. But if we see like a Emmanuel from even earlier that same year, Emmanuel had some pretty good looks. So I'm gonna have to give third to Andre, do, and then yeah, I think we both have Brandon first, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this is you
So
have
you have
second.
Emmanuel second. You okay?
Yeah, Emmanuel second.
I like. I'm also biased to Andrea Adu because he kind of. I feel like I have a little bit similar body to him.
Hmm. Yeah, you do
So
have a similar shape to him, actually.
I'm like, okay, I want that shape to be placing higher. So
Yeah, I just don't like Andre's midsection. I think that's the only thing
maybe,
I've just never really been a fan of.
yeah, that bottom abs, right?
Hmm.
And the hips underneath them. That's one thing I have going on.
Yeah.
My core.
He did look really good at the Olympia, though.
He did. Brought in a good pack. Even the show before Olympia, he looked really
Yeah.
good too.
So it could,
Oh,
those top 5 could
he,
flip a lot.
yeah, exactly, man. And Ben could come in and just wreck it, and I could see him landing second or third as well
Really?
if
Yeah.
he
Yeah,
comes
I could.
in. I think that top 4. I think Brandon's gonna take it,
Yeah, I think so.
and that top 4 for me, it could be. I mean, I kind of placed it to where I'm like, okay, going off of the hype of Olympia. I just don't know what they will look. I mean, again, it's a toss up. It's like 1 point difference probably, or
Yeah.
one shot difference, and it could be so close. So if it does happen that way, I'm just like, all right. I mean, there are
Yeah.
other guys that are really good too. Like,
Hi- the Dilson guy, so he beat Edvon at a really good Edvon, right? So
yeah,
like, is can he just jump into the top 5? Maybe if the judges think he's better than Edvon.
yeah, and Barack has got a pretty
Brock has a
shape.
really good look. He does. I really like Brock's physique. Emmanuel
So you don't know.
Costa's
I
here
thought
too.
Edmond was doing this. I don't know why. Maybe he's doing the Brazil one.
Yeah, maybe he's got upset after the last show, so to take some time off. Uh, it would have been really interesting if Edvin did this too.
Yeah, I know.
That would make things really interesting because he'd be right in there with those 2 through.
Uh,
Actually, he could win that one. I would even say he could. He is someone that could beat Brandon because he
yeah,
did beat
because he's
Brandon
on the
at
up and up.
Pittsburgh.
Yep, he's on the up and up too. So
Yeah.
his stock's going up. Yeah, man,
Um.
this is going to be a good Arnold. I'm excited
Yeah. No, me too.
that we're going to be there for it too.
Yeah, I think this first guy is the one that won the overall in the amateur last year. And then I don't know who the bottom 2 guys are, but
But this is invite only, right?
Yeah, invite only. Yep. Um, okay, so let's I think that's what we have for the Arnold predictions. We can edit them as we get closer and we see updates from these
Yeah,
guys.
absolutely. I think we should give a when we start seeing pictures and updates on these guys, and we
Yeah.
can probably solidify what's going on. But
So
you
go ahead.
so no, I was gonna jump topics, to be honest with you. I was gonna jump
Yeah, I was
topics
too.
to okay, I was gonna jump in topics to you and just kind of go in depth with 2026 is here. Now what's the
Yeah.
plan? What's going to happen with you? Because we gotta go grab that pro card.
Yeah, I really need to. I really need to just that is to me the end of my journey. It's like if I can get the pro card. It's like I don't I just I'm losing that love for dieting and competing. Um so I just really need to get that pro card win because I feel like I'm there and I feel like I can do it. So I just needed to get that and then call this competitive career successful. So um I think right now, just because things are so busy with Physique, I might have to push it to the end of the year still. Um, and this offseason is just going so smoothly too. I would hate to like cut it off right now. Um,
Well,
when I feel
what's
like
so smooth about it? It's not like you're trying to put on a ton, man. Your size is
I'm
there.
trying to,
I don't
I'm
know
trying to put on as
why.
much as I can. I don't know, dude, because
I think
part
you're
of me is
gonna
just
get too
like,
big.
a part of me is like, if I'm only going to compete for 1 or 2 more years, like I want to just like push it and see how big I can get and push it and see, because I'm not gonna
Do that
push.
after.
Well,
You're gonna fall out of the men's physique frame.
yeah, we'll see. I mean, I still have what from the last show's stage weight. I still have like 13, 14 pounds before my weight cap. So, but yeah, maybe I won't have the look anymore. I don't know. We'll see. Um,
Yeah. So I'm wanting you to push for the summer,
mhm.
but you're saying
I
you
think it
don't
would make
know if it's.
sense. Yeah, I think it would make sense logically to push for the summer. Um, but I just think that mentally later in the year sounds better just because of business and
But I think that's an advantage, man. I think hunger when you're busy is an advantage. You could work through prep a lot more when you're busy. Maybe not cognitively all there as
yeah,
far as
cognitively is tough.
but you know your stuff. You don't have to be.
Yeah, it's just that last year it was such a because when we were launching ProSeek, we launched at the Pittsburgh Pro, and I was competing in junior nationals, which was like 6 weeks after that. So between that, so we launched the Pittsburgh Pro, so we had to travel there. Then we went to New York Pro the weekend after. Then went to Toronto Pro. So it's like we were traveling so much, and we were just launching, and things were just like so busy that it was so hard to do both of them, and I hated being like mentally foggy the whole time through all of that. So
So what's the difference between this summer and this winter? I think you're going to be just as busy.
but the bodybuilding season is much slower in the winter. So like so that means there won't be as many travel things, you know? So at least we'll be busy like on my computer, but I won't have to like travel as much towards the end of the year. So that's kind of my logic. And plus nationals is like, in my backyard here, 20 minutes from us. So it's very low stress for that in that case. The only downside to it is that if I don't get it there, I would have to wait until Arnold Amateur 2027 and stay in shape for like
Yeah,
another 10, 12 weeks. But and
yeah,
die through the
and
holidays.
that's
And
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And that's why I think Universe would be perfect because I love this show.
Yeah, I bet.
And then, huh?
I bet you do. The overall winner.
I like Universe, and then right after Universe, let's say something
USA's.
happened where the package is not there, USA's
Mm,
there, and let's say you have the call to be like, okay, the edits I need to make for USA is not there, and you got North Americans right there,
yeah.
and if you're
And
still
amateur
having
Olympia.
issue, Amateur Olympia is right there, and then if
Yeah.
even if you feel like, okay, I cannot the 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 critique that I got, I cannot fix it. You got till December to fix for nationals. It's right there. That's the only thought process. I just feel like After nationals, it's just like a long,
It's a long
dry
drought.
season.
Yeah, no, that's true. That is the big downside of waiting till the end of the year because you're just putting all your eggs in one basket, and you should never do that for bodybuilding because you don't know how
Yeah.
it's gonna go.
And to me, you're so close. I feel like, I think all it was just
The
last
peak.
year shape was there. You just need to condition a little bit, or whatever the case may
Yeah,
be. Some of the shows you were conditioned, but you were in full, or whatever.
yeah,
I think when you're that close and you only have to make that kind of tweaks, I think once you just nail your body down and your metabolism's back up, you're good to
hmm
go. I think that's your biggest enemy right now because you're putting on the same food as I am, you know?
yeah, yeah.
So
Right now, I'm eating. I calculated it out 3,100 ish calories.
yeah, so you're eating way less. I'm eating
Yeah,
39. So
39.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's why I was gonna try and slowly scale that up for the next couple months and put on a little bit more size and then start dieting. Like, I don't know. I was gonna wait till like May or June to start, but
You
yeah,
still
I
got
don't know.
abs too. That's a
Yeah,
good part. I saw you post. If you guys haven't seen it, if you go to his Instagram, you can see him posing the other day. And I mean, you had abs, you were bubbly. That's the thing, you were just full on the
yeah,
3,100 calories, which is crazy. Dude, I would be flat after one set on 3,100 calories. Like
see, that's crazy
it's,
because yeah,
it's,
3,100 is like a lot for me. It's a lot of carbs for me.
and out of that 3,900, I'm loading before workout and after workout. High carb meals are just right before my workouts, you know? So
Yeah, yeah, no, me too. But yeah, I'm gonna still try and push it more because yeah, even recently, that's a recent push to 3,100. It was like probably a little lower before that. And plus, I have like my low days and my off days too. Do you do that too, or do you eat the same
I eat the
all
same.
7 days?
No, off days I eat one meal less.
Okay, like the pre-workout meal, you just don't eat.
Post-workout meal, I don't eat.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
come here, babe. You want to say hi to the podcast? Come say hi to Sai. That's my
Hey,
daughter.
hey, Arlie, how you doing?
Oh, she loves the camera. You remember at Universe, she hopped on stage and stuff. I don't know if you
Yeah,
remember.
yeah,
She
no, I
hopped on
remember.
stage with me. Yeah, she loves it.
Yeah.
She loves it. So that's your plan, man. I really wish, I mean, okay, I know I'm beating a dead horse, but for me, I feel like, okay, another month and a half. Okay, you have another month and a half to just put on, get your metabolism up, try
hmm
feeding you a little bit more calories, and March 1st, start prep, and you'll be ready for July 2nd.
Yeah, I could do that, but yeah, we'll see. I'll have to see. I think it's a mental
I
thing more than a logical thing.
I gotcha. Well, it's
Um,
not just you. Brooke has to be okay with it as well, because she's gonna have to understand you're gonna be
you
on
just have to
prep,
deal with
and
me too. Yeah,
she's got to deal with you, and also pick up some of the
a lot
work.
of slack around the house. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but how is oh, actually, another thing is I still don't have a coach for this year. I'm still trying to decide if I should just do it myself or I'm starting to feel like I have some control issues because I have a really hard time trusting uh someone with my prep. So I don't know, I'm really trying to decide. Do you think I should do self-coach or do you think I should still find someone?
Um, I don't think self-coaching is a good idea personally, because I coach, and I don't coach myself whatsoever. I did it once and I overdid it because
Yeah.
I thought more was going to be better. I was like, I want to have the best conditioning. So I was doing a lot of cardio, way too much cardio. So I was a little bit catabolic. And then on top of that, then when I try to fill back up, it didn't happen. And I hired a coach last minute, and but the results weren't great at all. I mean, even though I placed better, I did not like it
Yeah.
whatsoever. So that's an issue. But if you are self coaching, and if let people around you that are knowledgeable just chime
hmm
in with you and just being like, no, don't do that. No, that's a bad call, and do that and go forward doing that. I think because I got two guys going to Universe for sure this year. I
Okay.
mean, I think so. It's one step for them. It's kind of like it's just they're just a guaranteed pro walking around. It's
You think
just
they're
they're
ready?
just that good. First
Yeah.
ever show, but they just been doing this for so long. Masters clients, but they are
Okay.
just. I mean, you look at a certain things where how far down is your obliques going and how much. I mean, these guys are just developed all around. I mean,
Yeah.
they'll probably need 8 weeks of prep and they're ready to step on stage. They got enough muscle. It's mature. So we're definitely going to the universe as well.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have 2 guys stopping in there. So that's why I want to.
Yeah. We'll be watching. No, we're not gonna be at Universe. We'll be at the New York Pro for Pro-Seek. But um yeah, Universe, I just don't, that was a tough show. I don't know if I want to do that one again. That was like, those New York guys are huge. I feel like everyone, like
Yeah.
men's physique guys in general, were just way bigger at that show than any other show I've gone to for nationals.
What better way to get your pro card at a show that's stacked,
But if they like, I don't know. I feel like in my class, there were like a couple of guys where we were in line, and I was like, I wasn't worried about them at all because they had big waists, but they were huge, giant, super thick backs, and I was like, I mean, they're they look good, but they didn't look like men's physique. But those are the guys that they were picking, so I was like, oh, for my class at least. So I don't know. So I don't want that. I feel like just if they kind of go by what the class looks like, right? Like everyone's big and blocky, like and you're the kind of the odd one out. I feel like it's harder to do well. Um, so I feel like in New York more so than other shows, there's like these big blocky dudes. Um, so I don't know, because I think it goes class by class, because it's obviously in some of the classes they picked like the very streamlined good men's physique guy, but that's because there wasn't a ton of big blocky dudes in that class. But maybe that's just how my class ended up going out, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even remember my class. I was just so in the moment. So I was just like, okay, I think I'm doing good. I think I'm doing
Yeah,
good.
but your
So
physique was like one of those two, like what you're talking about with your clients, where it's like it's a pro walking around. It's like you were ready, like you would have turned pro
yeah.
no matter what class. Um, but yeah, I think my midsection holds me back from that being the just like that guaranteed. I know for a fact, like I don't care who shows up. I feel like my ab structure is just like not that blocky and deep.
And what do you think that is?
Genetics. I don't
No,
know.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I think you just get your hips underneath you, have Mike take a look at you, and you're good to go. For me, I just feel like I just feel like you could. There's something going on underneath it, and just why the muscle's not coming out deep. It's
Yeah.
just my son. It's just I just refuse to believe that I can't do it. I mean, it's what I've been working on now,
Mm.
and specifically my back, getting a certain areas of my back out, like that 3D look. I mean, just slamming it lately, man. Ever since I got to go December 6th, I've been just going nuts on chest and back. I mean, I'm at 240 right now,
What where were you
and
last time we talked?
feel like it was probably somewhere around maybe
230.
two, 230 ish.
Yeah.
I'm getting that newbie gang again, so
Yeah.
being off for
Well,
4 months.
how heavy did you get last off season?
So I got all the way up to 263, then I got sick. So obviously I bumped down to about 251 after I got sick,
Mm.
and I started prep at 251.
Okay, dude, that's big. 260. What the heck?
Yeah,
Mm.
dude, there's 3 seasons where I go to 293, and then
Dude,
prep
that's
to
nuts.
217. Yeah, no, yeah.
293 to 217. That's wild.
I'm
Um,
surprised. I held my shape.
yeah. So you last time we talked, you were still hadn't connected with cuts, but now you have, right? So how did that go?
Yeah,
Like,
so after that conversation we had on the last podcast, I really thought about it, and you made a good point. And it's like if I was a coach, I would like to be in the known. I like to be part of the developing process as well,
mm,
or recovery process as well. So I reached out to him, and I was kind of again, Cuts has a standard, and he has the best athletes. So
mm,
I totally was like, hey man, like I'm sorry, like I'm doing my best. I'm eating really clean.
mm,
But unfortunately, 4 months of not working out, this is what I look like. And you know what? He's so supportive. What he texted me back was, "We'll get it back." That's it. End of
nice.
story. We'll
Yeah.
get it back. So once I heard that, it was really good. I sent him my current meal plan and my current workout split. He hasn't made a change yet. He just said keep going, and then he sent me a long voice text the other day. I think randomly in the morning. It was like
Mm,
5 in the morning, and he sent me a random voice text message, and I was like, "Oh, Ariel just sent me a list to him," and he was just I could hear the deep concern in his voice as well, in a sense where he was just like, "Hey, man, like." Don't rush it. Let's take our time because I was really rushing it to try to see if I can compete by the summer or end of the summer.
yeah,
So he was just like, let's not rush it. Let's slowly develop. Let's get everything back up there, which is probably why I like having a coach. Because if I self-coached, I would have rushed it.
you push it. Yeah,
Yeah. So it's the same thing. He was just like, let's just get there slowly. Let's develop. Let's fill out, and then we'll think about seeing what's going on. And I'm filling out every day, so I'm not pushing like over the top. So all my stuff, I have like at least 1 or 2 reps in reserve, just because I'm trying to be crazy. Like I just can't risk an injury right now, or still
yeah,
got the PTSD of oh, what like no reps in reserve, and even though I got a spotter, still got all of this just stitched up here, and just kind of that PTSD to where I feel like it's gonna tear or whatever the case may
yeah.
be.
That
So
makes sense.
it was a good move from his point of view, and I mean, obviously, as a competitor, you just want to be ready to go. But
Yeah,
I just need to live with the fact that I had a major surgery here 4 months ago,
yeah,
and I'm blessed to be in this position right now, and take what I can.
yeah. And plus, I mean, this I think it's a good idea to wait to the end of the year because you would have to win 2 pro shows before August to qualify for this year's Olympia. So that's like gives you no time to recover and get into things at all. So I think if you have to run the gauntlet like that, it's better just to wait till
Yeah,
2027
yeah,
Olympia qualifying season.
yeah. I mean, this would be. I really want to do that as well. I want to do about 4 or 5 shows,
Yeah,
at least 4 shows while I'm lean and making a run for it. So I'm gonna just listen to him. Just he's got the he's got the keys and the driver's
yeah,
seat. So I'm just gonna go to the T. So we'll see. But I will say, since we have last worked out, I just got a much better shape, just much better quality of muscle put on, and just more bubblier. Definitely backs just back to the old
nice.
wide back, but now we're working on the thickness of, I mean, the depth of it. Chest is obviously going to take a long time just because that's where the majority of the trauma from the surgery was. So we'll see how that goes. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, and we can train again when we go to the Arnold
Yeah,
at pros gym out there.
yeah. There's a couple.
Yeah, yeah. So 20. So would you start competing right after, like towards the end, like after the shows stop qualifying for 2026 Olympia, like September-ish, or would you wait till later?
I don't know. We're going to take our time. I think we should really make sure that we're bringing a
Yeah,
really good package, and obviously that Universe package is just our first season together, and if we can just really build on that, I want that same feeling where I came out to Universe and I was like, oh, they were just like, "Whoa, who's this guy?" kind of deal.
yeah,
And it's a pro body, pro physique. Everybody's been saying that. Everybody's told me that while I was there. I kind of want that reaction. Doing another pro show, just saying like, "Oh wow,
for,
like
that's an Olympia
man, this
physique.
guy."
Yeah,
Yeah, that's an Olympia physique kind of deal.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I mean, I kind of know I'm not way too far from it because of the Atlanta Pro. Yeah, I thought I would be second or third call out or something, getting the first call
yeah,
out. Kind of confirmed that okay, if I really work on this, I'm
yeah. And that's the thing is like the difference between sixth place and first. It could be 2 pounds of muscle in your chest or your back. It's not a lot. It's like when you're that first call out, there's very little you have to do to be first. Like you just have to make small changes. They'll make a huge difference.
Yeah, and I just really want to make sure I do make those changes before I step in again. So
Yeah, that
I
makes
don't know
sense.
if if I'm gonna push for even September. It's probably end of the year.
Yeah, I think that's better anyway. Plus, I think all the shows around the Olympia are going to be insanely stacked because all the Olympians will just be doing it anyway because they're already in shape. So they'll probably try and qualify for the next year, right before or right
And
after.
or just trying to prime for the shows,
Yeah,
prime for the Olympia. All right. You said you got some tier stuff going on for the back.
yeah, yeah. Let's do it.
Well,
So last time we talked, we did a tier list for chest day. So today we're gonna do the same thing, but we're gonna do it for back day. So um, let me pull up the tier list. So yeah, can you see it?
it's tough to see, but I got my workouts in my mind. So
Okay, so yeah, you can just have a look at this big one, and that's one we're ranking at the current time.
okay,
So we have 4 tiers. Boeing 747. So these are exercises that will always they're always good in pretty much every circumstance. There's you should definitely never you can never go wrong by choosing one of these to have in your program. Silverback gorilla, great exercises, really good to have in your program, but maybe there's like one small limitation here or there that might hold it back from being up here. Um, Pre-wings. So these are exercises that like you could do, like they're not terrible, but um definitely have some limitation that keeps them from being as effective as the ones above them. And then pencil back, these are like, yes, maybe you can use it in some cases, but it's almost always better to choose one of the ones above it.
yeah,
And then I think that is it good to weigh it on certain criteria. So the things we're going to look at is like safety profile. So like how safe is exercise? How easy is it to execute the exercise? So like learn the form, and then how effective is it in targeting the back exclusively? So first up, we have the cable row.
okay. So I have two back days. I have actually a row back day and actually a pull back day as well. So
Mhm.
mostly lats from going vertically, and then a horizontal back day as well, just trying to create that depth. So for definitely for my horizontal cable row is one of my top workouts. So it's definitely going the first row for
Okay.
me.
So
And I'll explain
um
why.
yeah.
Safety wise, absolutely. Um, well, you got leg support. You got a seated cable row. That's what you mean by cable row, right? Like a seated cable
Yeah,
row.
yeah, the seated
Yeah,
with the yeah. Which handle do you use? The close grip, the what's it called
it depends on what I'm trying to target.
V bar. Yeah.
Depends on what I'm trying to target. Like close grip, if I don't want to go all the way deep,
Mhm.
in like on as far as as far as opening up, I feel like a shoulder width bar is good because it just really gives me that contraction to the
Mhm.
into my spine as well. Um, it depends on what I'm trying to target and what area that I want the range of motion to end, the active range of motion to end, so that the grip's always going to matter. And as far as cable rows going, safety wise, I think it's a pretty safe. For me, it's one easy to set up and easy to get into. There's not a lot of weights you're stacking off and on and in between sets. And two, it's easy for me to get into a posture where my traps are completely relaxed, where I'm not
Yeah.
using my traps and basically, moving with my traps and my shoulders. It's actually just using my back to stretch, and I can isolate my back pretty well with that workout. So I really like to do this workout a lot.
Okay, so do you do this regularly? Is this like your staple in your back days?
Yeah, every like horizontal moving back days, it's a staple.
So next time we have the single arm variation of it.
I'll put that in the tier two.
So talk about that one.
Okay, the reason why I like single arm, you said single cable row. Oh, I'll put
Yeah,
that all the way to the pencil back, all the way
pencil
down.
back.
I thought you were talking. I'll talk about what I thought you were saying before. So the single arm cable row is good. It can help you get more depth, but the problem
Mhm.
is most people doesn't lock in, and they end up just
Rotating.
shifting their back, rotating their back with it, and at that point you're using other muscles to get to the end range of motion instead of isolating that back. And unless you're really in touch with your muscle and yourself, and you can really just come in and just use your back to just finish that contraction.
Hmm.
It's a tough workout to do because people tend to cheat unless you have like a chest supported where you're coming
Right.
back and it's not really helping you cheat a little bit to get that extra range of motion or finish the range of motion. So for that reason, I put it all the way back because there's such better alternative. The cable row will help you because both it's bilateral motion and tend to not make you cheat the either way. It'll give you the full active range of motion and the unilateral motion. Unilateral is good if you have some issues, if you have some good connection with your muscle, but if this unilateral cable row for me, row wise cable row, most people that I've seen doing it cheats. I kind of like it sometimes when I'm really got my back open and I can really go full depth into my range of motion. But as far as for like a universal workout,
Yeah.
it's not my top pick.
So that ease of execution is probably the category where you think it struggles with, because like it's probably pretty safe. The safety profile is probably pretty good for it.
Yeah.
Um, and effectively targets the back. So because if it is hard to execute, that one will also suffer because like you're not going to effectively target your lats if you're not executing it properly. So yeah, so those two categories are probably where it struggles compared to the. So because the 2-arm cable row, you're not. You just think it's because people twist too much, right? That's the issue
Yeah,
with it
yeah, yeah.
to get
It's
into to enforce the range of motion.
that's correct. People not enforcing active range of motion. People are just doing the range of motion just because they think from A to B they need to go there,
Yeah,
and they're not active anymore in their back. They're using other muscles to get to A to B, and you have more freedom to do that when it's at a single.
yeah, that makes sense. Okay, now we're next up. We have the machine pullover. So these are the ones where you're putting a machine like this and coming
The
down.
Nautilus style pullovers.
Yeah.
So the Nautilus style pullover for me, uh, depends on I, it's just pullover itself if you can execute really well.
So we have
For me,
cable ones here
so
too, if that helps. So we have the
oh
cable one
okay.
that we'll talk about later. Next after this. So if you have a
Uh,
differentiation between those two, then you can
yeah,
just
I do. The machine pullover for me is going to be again second tier. I mean third
okay.
tier for me.
Third, yeah,
Um, I I think you tend to the machine is so rigid. Sometimes you don't have the active range of motion and you tend to force that motion,
yeah,
especially all of this. Like, you have to keep that lat engaged the entire time. Most people end up using their delts, most people using their arms to come up, and you don't have the freedom to lock your scapula down almost.
yeah,
And that tend to affect the effectiveness of the workout, which is getting your lats. That's why I just feel like there's a lot of restrictions to it, and I get better contraction with the cable the machine pullover. This is personal preference as well.
No, I agree. I had the same experience. The machine pullovers, it's really hard for me to find like to connect with it. Yeah, exactly what you said. Because like a lot of times it's too narrow here, so I'm like forcing like my elbows in, and it's like it doesn't feel right for me. And then I'm like forcing it all the way down like this. Um, but yeah, with the cables, I love it. I do it with every single both back days. I do cable pullovers.
Yeah. So
Um,
cable pullovers for me is just top tier as well because it
yeah,
really want to just targets your lats, which is so needed for our category, men's physique.
yeah,
So it's very important, and plus it does help you pose as well. Once you get that connection, and you're
hmm,
like, oh wow, I can open up and I can hit that post. And when you get that connection, and obviously, I'm sure you do this too. Sometimes you hit poses after you
yeah,
get a pump just to feel like what's happening, and you're like, oh wow, I am in my pose right away without having to adjust certain things. And usually after a cable pullover, my lats are in the right position at all times just to hit that post, and that feels good. So for that for that purpose as well, I like that because it just activates my lats, and
yeah.
then
That's
it's
one of those.
very adjustable.
Yeah, yeah, you can adjust it exactly to where it feels good. And also, when we worked out together that on the cable flies, or not in the machine flies, we did like the FST7 style where we did like 10 or 15 reps and then squeeze between sets. So I like to do that kind of style with the cable pullovers too, where you're
Good.
just getting a crazy pump and then hitting your front shot and holding your lats out, and it feels really good for that. I love that exercise.
Good. Good.
All right, next up we have close grip cable pull down.
I don't do this a lot at all, actually. And
Yeah, it's like the V bar. You're bringing it down to your.
yeah, I actually we'll put that on the third tier, and I'll explain why. I believe it or not, I know I said the single-handed row was a a big issue for me because I see people rotating a lot and there's no
Mhm,
support. But for me, when there's something locked in and your knees are locked, your knees are in position and your spine is straight and your traps are relaxed and you grab it and you do it with a single hand,
mhm.
that's way more contraction for me than doing it double hand.
Okay, I actually don't. I don't think I've done that in a very long time. So I should give that
I
a
think
try.
it's also because I'm a little bit, my clavicles are very wide as well. So
Mhm.
for me, holding it kind of restricts the motion, full
Yeah.
range of motion. So just having that freedom to just use the pathway for one arm and then switching that back just helps me really get into that deep range of motion, active range of motion.
Do you do like the normal, like the same pulley down as like the pull down, but then you like pull like down to the side, or do you find like something else to do it on?
Yeah, I'll find a bench, um, and I'll sit backwards where I'm like almost chest supported
Hmm.
and I'll support my basically the bottom of my sternum onto the bench. So my lats are extremely activated before I even grab it. And then I'll grab it so I'll basically go up, feel what my full range of motion is without activating my shoulders.
Hmm.
And I can adjust the cable to there. Instead of reaching for the cable, I'll see where my range of motion ends, active range of motion ends at that
Hmm.
time, and then get there. And then obviously, as I warm up and I'm doing my second set, my third set, my range of motion's increasing, active range of motion's increasing. So I can adjust it to, oh, I can get deeper now and still feel the lats. So that for me is very important because it's easily adjustable. And then
Yeah.
you can actually work with what your lats giving you.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'll have to try that. Is the setup? I feel like I see people do that, but I just never wanted to deal with the setup of it.
Yeah, I think the setup of it, people complicate it. I think you should just go with making sure you're active when you're set up. For me, I always like it where I place the bottom of my sternum on the pads. I'm
Hmm.
seated, I'm stable. So this way I don't have room to move back and forth as I'm pulling down and I'm pulling straight down. I think you're just going to have to play around to just kind of see what works for you.
Okay. So next up we have similar motion, so underhand pull down, but like the plate loaded version.
Uh, so are you coming from here or are you coming from here?
Yeah, yeah, up
Oh, you're
vertical.
coming from top.
Yeah.
Uh, I again, I don't use this a lot because I have a tendency to people have a tendency to use their shoulders into this, but I
Hmm.
don't mind using it if it's at an angle right
Like a
here.
diagonal.
Yeah, not horizontal, but in between, more close to like 60% from
Yeah,
where it is, and then just kind of coming down here, helping with that because they have that at Absolute Recomp as well. That one of
yeah.
those machines at that angle, and that really works underhand. And I do think that machine can go under this category. If that's the case, I'll definitely put it on the second tier.
Okay. Yeah, we'll call it that one. So more of a vertical but diagonal where you're pulling to here
Yeah,
instead of like straight down to here.
yeah.
So why are you ranking it there?
Because the lat pull down is, I feel like this motion, it's better to get it through a neutral grip or a regular lat pull down motion. We're already doing that. If we're doing this and we're trying to get that without using our trap, traps, I think it's better if we go from an angle and pulling it than going this way.
Mm.
Because look, that's anterior delt all the way versus here, you're pulling with that lat.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So there's a better replacement to that. That's why.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, Smith machine barbell row.
I'll put it at yeah, especially if you can get this one right, and I think everybody should work to get this one right.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if we're not activating the traps and just isolating that motion. And we got good posture. This man, this is like the incline Smith machine bench for my back for me. It just the contraction on this workout. I don't go heavy, but it's absolutely amazing. I can't go heavy, to be honest with you, if I'm like using perfect form.
Yeah. Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, I was wondering if you'd have the same stance with the Smith machine for back as for chest. So now the next one is barbell rows. So where would you put that?
I actually would put that on the third or the fourth category because the Smith machine's available.
Yeah. Do it third or fourth?
Fourth.
Okay. Yeah. So never do the where'd it go? Disappeared. But yeah, never do barbell row if you have access to Smith machine. So why is that?
For me, I think it's also helps with the stability issues. I mean, if you have really good stability with the barbell bend over rows, by all means, get it done, and that's good on you. But not a lot of people understand. A lot of people think they have it, but they don't have it. They're not isolating. There's something going on where there muscles surrounding the targeted muscle that are also getting activated. So now you're not
Mm-hmm.
really developing that muscle that you were really wanting to contract. So that's the issue with it. But the Smith barbell row for me just gives that platform. There's if you set up perfectly, there's only one way it's going up and down. And if you can set that pathway to be exactly the way you want it to work, and then
Mm-hmm.
you just have to worry about the movement going up and down, and all you have to do is contract the back going hard. But versus the barbell, if you're starting off and you don't have the perfect, you got all kinds of movement.
Yeah.
You have a 3D movement going on that you have to worry about. That's another factor that you have to worry about, and especially if you don't have that connection, it's tough.
Yeah, and that's very true. So the ease of execution is way easier. It's much better.
Yeah.
Safety risk much better, and targeting the lats also probably much better, just because it is easier to execute. Yeah. Plus the barbell version, no matter what I do, even when I think I have perfect form, if I go over I think it's almost impossible to avoid putting pressure on your lower back and getting your lower back super pumped. Once you go over a
And your
certain weight.
traps,
Yeah. So
because most people will end up doing a shrug with that back row when they're
yeah.
doing any of that.
Yeah. I haven't done barbell rows in years. It's been a
Yeah.
really long time. But yeah, I have done the Smith machine variation. I like that, but I still prefer like the T-bar row.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go.
Okay, so dumbbell row. So single arm dumbbell row.
Oh, it's just so tough to rank because there's a lot of good and bad. So same thing with the barbell rows that we just mentioned, and
Mm-hmm.
same thing with the single arm cable row we just mentioned can go with the dumbbell row. A lot of people end up using their anterior delt to rest on it and come back instead of actually stretching their back and opening that back up and then coming back. You end up using your anterior delt to go back halfway and then get the back hooked on. It's tough for people to just use the back the entire. This is just from me watching people just trying to get it done, and I've also struggled with this, like started working out where I don't have that connection with my muscles when I'm working out. So for that reason, yes, I mean a pro competitor or a veteran competitor certainly will find this extremely effective going forward. But for me overall, this is a great workout. I'm always sore when I do this on my back, but at the same time, it's a tough executor. So instead of going on the first tier, I'm putting that on the second tier for because of that. Oh, fucking.
So yeah, dumbbell row. Second, because again the ease of execution is probably what's holding it back from being at the top. Where it can be very effective exercise, but it depends on your ability to execute it. And
Yep.
because it's a little bit difficult, these other ones would be more simple to just pick up and go. And be effective off the bat. Okay, so next up we have Smith
Mm.
rack pull. Do you feel the same way about that one?
I actually, I mean, the range of motion is so short in this, but I have seen people use, you know, their glutes and their hamstring because, they're taught not to use their low back for the stiffs.
Mm-hmm.
So they're so used to using that, and sometimes they end up using their hamstring and their back, even though some people don't have the range of motion to go all the way down. So sometimes so I feel like I use a little bit because of my lack of flexibility in my
Mm-hmm.
hamstring, a little bit of my hamstring and my glutes, but it's such a good low back workout if you can just pivot that back and forth, almost like a hypertension or a back extension machine. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to put that in the second tier just because it could possibly with somebody who's let's say somebody who's been working really hard on their deadlifts or their stiff legs and they know the compound use of that motion where hamstring and glute it looks almost similar, but it's totally different muscles isolated and used. So some people sometimes will have a hard time grasping how to just use the low back. And to me, I try to avoid some things like that because these people are learning one motion and
Mm-hmm.
it's tough to throw the same motion but use a different muscle kind of deal. So I that's the only reason why I put it in the second tier. I think if you can get it going, it's one of the really, really, really best in the first tier, if not.
Okay. So I guess we'll go to the actual barbell version of that later, but and talk about that. But this one is the barbell T-bar row. So this is like where you set up in the landmine or against the
And
corner
are
of the
you chest
wall.
supported?
No, just like the straight up, old school Ronnie T-bar row.
I'll put that in the second row as well, man. For me, it's just not top tier in the sense where there's a lot of things that can go wrong with this work. I love this work.
Yeah, I
Me
do too.
personally, I'll put this on the top tier. But as far as just talking in general, for
Mm-hmm.
me, I do see a lot of people. They come up and they do the
Yeah,
they just like shotgun. They load their shotgun with this thing almost. It's just like boom boom, and you hear the
yeah,
blades clinging. Not a lot of people can maintain that posture and go through that range of motion with
yeah.
stability. I
That's
see
true.
that a lot. That's the only reason why I kind of do that. And then it can, once they figure it out, their low back's already under tremendous stress sometimes because they're trying to figure things out and stuff like that. So that's the reason. I'm also listen. It's not. This is just overall. I'm speaking, not just personal experience here. It's just what
Yeah, I think
I'm
that's
seeing
good.
with my guy. Yeah.
Um,
So that's
yeah, and
why I have it in the second.
also if you tend to like stand up straighter instead of being able to like keep your body more parallel, that really decreases the range of motion. And because of the big plates, it just like hits you in the stomach. Like you're only going very, very little, so the range of motion can become really small if it's not executed properly, which tends to just happen if you go super heavy for a lot of people.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that's a really fair assessment. I do love that exercise too. It was my staple for probably 12 years. Like I did it every
Yeah.
back day, but yeah, I do see those as being the downsides to it. Um, cable lat pull down. So
Uh, I mean, for any lat day, this is if you can get that going, and if you're active, this is top tier for me.
okay.
Easy to fix the range. I mean, it's easy to give cues on how to activate this range of motion for me
Mm-hmm.
and my clients, and they're in a seated position. Their knees are locked in. So they have multiple things they can use to just find those cues. It's easy to tell you it's a straight path. You have the cables to help you guide going up and down. So this way it's not going in a pathway where the traps are again getting activated as you're going back. So for the execution, for the way it activates my lats, it's a must have, must.
See, for me, the cable lat pull down, has never been comfortable for me. I've never felt it well. So I think it's definitely because of my lack of range of motion somewhere, mobility somewhere, that it's always felt awkward to me. So when you do it, how far back do you lean? Or do you try and stay fully upright? Where do you bring the bar? Like, what's the path, and like where are you trying to bring it to here? So how do you
Yeah.
execute it?
So I'm not leaning back. I'm pretty straight. So if I were to look in a mirror to the side,
Mm.
my spine's not leaning back. It's somewhat straight, but my traps are driven down again.
So chest is coming up, chops are down.
Chest is coming up. My scapula is driving down. My good friend Mike worked on this with me, and then I am having a straight. So my elbows are not going behind me.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming straight down. So you see how you're still coming down? Mine's going straight down because my chest is up and I'm vertical.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so that starts activating from here all the way down here because I'm giving that again. I'm not shrugging with my shoulders. This is seated down, and then I'm pulling with my lat.
Okay. Do you have this open on any other tabs? The thing just popped up again. Yeah, hopefully it's fine. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like, it feels really good to me. I don't know if it's maybe the bar, but like if I do a plate loaded, it feels fine because like there's no bar. I can just like grab it here and come down. But like when I do the bar, for some reason, it's really hard for me. So I think
I
that's something
find
that.
I find plate loaded and cable loaded to be no different. So I would rate the plate loaded the same as the cable
Okay.
pull down for me. But then I could see why plate loaded's better for you because there's range of motion issues.
Yeah. So what about the plate loaded row? So this is like a horizontal row.
You're chest supported on those, so I like those because you're
Yeah.
chest supported, almost like a low row, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the chest support kind of helps you not do this if you can keep the chest there. It's a
Hmm.
good way to just tell your clients or yourself to just make sure my chest is not coming off of this pad, and I'm finishing the range of motion by squeezing the back instead of picking up my chest and finishing off the back. So I really like those. Man, I do a lot for my back. So again, these got to go in the top. I mean, it's the second tier for sure.
Okay. So you still prefer cable over chest supported?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I would do both because cable chest supported, especially if it's like a low row, you're really cable. You can kind of I can kind of have it in any level and go horizontal and
Hmm.
really activate what I want to do in my back. That's why cable is number one tier because I can go, oh, I need to activate. I need to go a little bit lower. That's where I need to feel maximum tension. And I
Hmm.
can really do that by just going up and down and really target that area itself. The plate loaded, you're kind of set to that
More
range of
locked.
motion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why it's in the second one.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay. So now just a conventional straight up deadlift for back. Where would you put that?
Oh, dude, I'm going to get us so much heat for this. I'll put it all the way on the
Pencil?
bottom.
Pencil
Yeah.
back. Okay. So why is that?
One, man, I know it's a good compound motion and it's
Hmm.
like super stable to a lot of people's program, but uh, one, I just maybe this is just my belief. I just feel like one, it just builds such thick walls and such thick muscles, not just in your back, but in your core area as well.
Hmm.
And I just feel like I'm not going to risk that. I can activate that muscle by doing other workouts than the deadlift. And dude, executing this workout requires a lot of work, a lot of self videos, or a lot of third person critiques, a lot of mirrors around you to make sure that your form is on point because that you could really blow out anywhere from your calf up from a deadlift, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think the safety of it is like a big reason in and of itself not to do it. Um, but yeah, also it's super hard to execute. And it obviously it targets a lot more than just your back. So yeah, if your goal is to only increase your back while not getting injured, and if you're new to the gym or anyone really, if you're trying to target your back and focus on that, I wouldn't waste your energy on deadlifts probably.
Do you do a lot of deadlift now?
No, dude, I haven't done it in years. Because
Same
every
here.
time I start again, I like sometimes I'll just be like, oh, you know what, I haven't deadlifted in a long time. Maybe I should start adding that back in and build up to like a certain strength baseline. Uh, but I hate it. It's just my lower back. Eventually, within 2 months, my lower back always feels just like tight from doing it. I don't know.
Mhm.
So next up we have the plate loaded pull down. So that's what we talked about before. So same as the cable pull down, but just like the plate loaded version.
Yeah.
Top or second?
Okay, so I'll put it at the top, but this is my 2 cents about the difference between the cable and the plate. Yes, cable, you do have that little movement with the cable where it's going up and down. So if you require more stability and more of a
Mhm.
support, like a Smith machine is doing for a bench, I would go with plate loaded and align yourself up to a perfect position and you can execute because there's only one way that thing is going.
Yeah.
So that's the advantage of the plate loaded as far as cable lat pull down. If you're locked in, again, most of these if we're locked in, you're good to go. Please execute. But locked in is a very, very, I don't know. People can think they're locked in and they're probably not locked in. And as far as
Yeah.
active range of motion is going, so that's why the plate loaded's still up there. I
Okay.
don't do a
But
lot of plate loaded pull now, but
and then the rack pull. So the barbell rack pull, just straight up off the rack. Okay.
why when there's a Smith machine and back extension machine and reverse hypertension. I mean, over a barbell rack pull, if we can really isolate, I would do like the reverse hypertension machine. I'll just put my isolate my back and just start doing back extensions on it.
Do you think there's any value to the fact that it's just like a heavy compound lift that you can lift a lot of weight in? Does that matter for bodybuilding?
Absolutely, it matters for bodybuilding, but if for me, if I can load 45 plate and get 15 and feel the same as if I'm loading 3 plates and doing rack pulls. It's a tough one. If I would go with the 45 plate, and this way, and for me, I'm also very scared about my low back in a sense
Hmm.
where if something goes wrong with 3 plates, it's 3 plates that's going wrong
Right.
versus hypertension back extensions. You could achieve the same goal with the lighter load, same tension. I'm not trying to get a big lower back. I'm trying to get a very lean, stringy, smaller waist. So
Yeah. Okay.
that's why. I mean, I know Area loves rack pull. He asked me doing rack pull, so I do it. But I also like the reverse hypertension. I mean, the hypertension machine doing the back extension on it.
Okay. Yeah, I do still do rack pulls. Because it is, I don't know. So that's like the thing that I'm always been a little conflicted on is d- do you think it is the same tension and the same stimulus to do like a hyper like a reverse hyper with a 45-pound plate versus rack pulling 400 pounds?
If you're
Do you
doing it
think that
right, yeah.
creates the same stimulus on your whole body to grow? Do you think like the rack pull has benefits that other cannot, or do you think there's no need to
Whole
do it?
body or my low back?
Your whole back as a whole, because
Oof.
obviously you're not only isolating your lower back on a rack pull because it's like it's 400 pounds. You're using your glutes, your hamstrings, your lats. I mean, your whole posterior chain, a lot of it, right?
My posterior chain is stable, but it's not pulling it. It's not holding the tension. On a rack pull, my lower back is the one that's holding the most amount of tension. It's
So you're not
holding
hinging.
stability for me. I'm not hinging. No,
I hinge for my
I,
rack
I
pulls,
so I don't
like
I
I would
don't
for a
I don't
deadlift.
f- I don't do hip flexion or hip extension on rack pulls because that turns into for me a stiff leg. So uh, for my rack pull, I am just extending my lower back and flexing my lower back. I'm not flexing or extending my hips.
Hmm.
whatsoever. So it's the same motion as a back extension for me on
Yeah,
a
then it
rack
would
pull.
be. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'd rather use a back extension than a rack pull because it's the same exact range of motion, except I'm at an angle with back extension versus rack
Hmm.
pull. I'm standing up, putting pressure. And then, yes, I am prone to use a little bit more glute and hamstring when I'm standing and doing rack pulls versus back extension where I can isolate just for the low back because I think rack pulls are done to get your lower back the
Okay.
most.
Yeah, I've always treated it just like a deadlift with shorter range of motion. So like I try
Okay.
and do it the same way where like you're hinging at the hip, coming down. But because my mobility is so bad, that shorter range of motion just makes it feel more natural. Because like a full deadlift, I feel like uncomfortable at the bottom.
Yeah, so and I think that's my point as well. My hip is so tight. My hip extension and flexion is so close to my back extension and back flexion.
Hmm.
Like I don't have the range of motion to go all the way down on my stiff leg. I'm really, really not flexible there. So it's so
Okay.
close to each other that I don't think I can isolate my low back and isolate my glutes and hamstring out of the stiff leg or the rack pull. And I try to separate those.
Okay. That makes sense. All right. Any last minute changes?
No changes. Let me see if I can think of anything else. No, that's it. I mean,
Okay.
those.
I think the top tier looks pretty diverse and good. So we have like the um the horizontal ones, cable row, Smith barbell row. Then we have like the pull downs, and we have like the pullovers. So like three different patterns to target your lats. So I think that's like a pretty complete. If you just do one of each of those, like that's a pretty solid
Back day.
back
Yeah.
workout. Yeah, silverback. So I think same thing, but these are ones where have a small limitation for each one. So maybe the underhanded plate loaded pull down. You thought that um you prefer the diagonal one, but why would you choose the cable over that one?
Cable over what?
The cable over the plate loaded pull down?
Because it's underhand.
Oh,
I would
underhand.
use, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah, so cuz the cable underhand you even put even lower than that. So, okay. Dumbbell row, it's a little hard to execute properly. Smith machine rack pull. Um you thought that also hard to execute, right? That was the main issue with it and better options for lower back.
I just put that because people tend to use hamstring glutes on it sometimes. So it's better than a barbell because there's more stability in it.
Okay. T-bar row, range of motion limitations a lot of times, form limitations a lot of times. Plate loaded row, that versus a cable row. What was the reasoning of putting plate loaders
Uh,
here and cable here?
the versatility of cable rows is incredible. So if I wanted to go a little bit higher on my mid back or lower side of my mid back or my lower back or my upper back, I can
Hmm.
adjust the cables real easy and target that versus plate loaded, you're kind of fixed. So
Yeah,
that's
that
why I
makes
put it
sense.
on.
Okay. Machine pullover, very strange pattern sometimes, not easy to execute. So we prefer the cable version variation. Close grip cable pull down, same thing. You prefer the plate loaded to the cable on that one.
Yeah,
Uh,
and or isolating it with single hand so
single
you could
arm.
get more, yeah, single arm.
Okay. Single arm cable row horizontally though, not a fan of because of the uh extra rotation that people do to get force range of motion. Uh, Deadlift, too big of a safety risk, hard to execute. Um, Rack pull, same thing, I guess.
Yeah, same
Um,
thing.
and then
And
barbell
better
bento rows.
alternatives.
Yeah, better alternatives for all of these heavy compound barbell free weight lifts. Um, so yeah,
Yeah,
so
I mean, I'm not I'm definitely going to be shammed in the old school bodybuilding community just because those are
yeah,
my staples. But I guess I'm a men's physique competitor, and I'm also a little bit of an older men's physique competitor, and I want longevity as well. And it's working for me. It's developing a ton of muscle for me, and I'm staying injury free. Besides, internal injuries. But but Yeah, I mean, I could totally see why I could be shunned from the
Yeah,
opening community.
because it's twice in a row you put all the free weight stuff at the bottom. But so I guess my question to you is, someone who's new to the gym, let's say a 21-year-old, you would you still tell them to avoid those exercises, or would you tell them to still opt the machine over free weight, or do you still think people should like, because the bro science thing is like free weights build the foundation and then you refine with, once you have the muscle build, blah blah blah. So do you think that's true, or do you think you can build just as good of a physique not doing these
Okay,
exercises?
no, I think it should be the other way around. I think the free weights require more from you, especially as a newbie. It requires more stability from you, and you're not getting that muscle. You don't have muscle stability and that deep connection with you and your muscle when you're first coming into the gym. So you want to get to something. It's almost like a spotter or a trainer when you're
Hmm.
first coming into the gym. They're going to help you with the form. So is these machines that are kind of guiding you to go from point A to point B. So these free weights for me it's free for all. You can do anything. Yes,
That's
once you
true.
got a few weeks under your belt and you really want to test out your stability, maybe your range of motion, try to pronate, supinate certain things. You got that freedom to do that with free weight to see what works for you. Yeah, go ahead by all means try it, but just coming in there and trying to um understand your body and how it works. And I think we should go slower first, take baby steps, not baby steps necessarily, take step one, graduate to step two, then go to step three. Don't go to step 10, which requires a lot of stability, and
Yeah.
then do step one and step two to eventually figure out what's going on and stuff like that. I don't think that's the right way to approach for a newbie.
Yeah, I think that actually makes a lot of sense. I agree. Yeah, start with the machines and figure out the patterns and figure out your mind muscle connection first before moving on to those. But do you think there's ever a need to do those? I guess is my question. Can you
Yeah,
build an
because this
equally good physique without ever doing free weight stuff?
Yes, eventually, if you're doing it wrong, it's gonna hurt, and you're gonna have to figure out why it's hurting, and you're gonna fix your form, and you're gonna get it done. But I think that I haven't done any of that bottom ones for a long period of time, and I
Hmm.
think I'm doing just fine with the rest of the workouts, building muscle. It's time
Okay.
under tension, and I can build time under tension with all that stuff as well.
Okay. Yeah. So, do you think bodybuilding will evolve to a place where people don't do free weight stuff anymore? They do
I
mostly
don't think so.
machines?
No, there are people that are locked in. I mean, again, it's personal preference. Like if you are really locked in and you can really get the rack pull, really isolating to what you're trying to target, especially if
Hmm.
you're trying to target that low back, and somehow the way you gripping, let's say the way you feel is better with that barbell. Obviously, you're going to choose that, and that's something you're comfortable with. Like for example, we talk about this on chest. You're so comfortable doing
Yeah.
dumbbell process because that's something that you have not stayed away from. It's just something that you've been doing for a long period of time versus where that machine is so new to you. You have to rediscover that machine. You're going to stick to
Hmm.
something that's already working for you and then keep going. If something's working for them, I don't think they should switch if it's really working for them. Not that they think it's working for them, it's really working
Yeah.
for them and it's showing the results, and the growth of that muscle is extremely good. Then yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. Because I just think like the younger generation now, they're seeing all the science based stuff and all the people basically saying what you're saying, right? So you can get equal stimulus, blah blah, with machines. You don't necessarily need these free weights. So I'm seeing these younger guys like not do the bench press and not do the overhead presses and not do deadlifts. Um, so I wonder if that will be good longevity wise for them, and if they will be able to achieve like the same physique, which I think probably, but I don't know. Like if they just never pick it up because they're seeing on
Uh,
Instagram from everybody, time under tension, squeeze, range of motion, extreme. It's like that's what all the science based stuff is what's floating around so much now.
I mean, I think there's some truth to it, and I did not start lifting with all of this. I started lifting with all free weights because
Yeah. I think all of
That's
us,
what was
yeah,
available for me, and maybe it's an age thing for me too.
I think it's definitely an age thing
No,
because in our generation, it was like literally, I remember like CT Fletcher and Mike Rashid and everyone on YouTube being like, "Oh, if you use a Smith machine, you're a pussy. Like you should be doing free weights. Like what are you doing?" Yeah, so it's like that was definitely a thing where it's like machines are for pussies. You need to be doing free weights. Um,
yeah,
that's a totally different
but
narrative now.
no, absolutely, it is a totally different narrative. But again, I mean, it's time under tension. That's what I mean with dumbbells. I'm able to get more time under tension where I can. It's not even that I can't get time under tension with a rack pull. It's just the fact that I have to think about another factor because if I'm going with no reps in reserve, right, and I'm going
Hmm.
till complete failure, now I have to make sure that I'm re-racking this free weight properly.
Hmm.
The On some of these cables or the machines, when I'm done with my last rep with no reps in reserve, I'm already back at the racked position automatically, So then
Yeah,
I could take so stuff like that really matters where don't it's easier for me to just I don't know, just finish the workout and just get prepared for the next set. So just keep going and keep going. And I'm also I think the PTSD of injuries also come into play. Because those were also the era where I try to do much weight as possible on all of
yeah,
this because that was also a thing, right? It was just like, okay, you got
yeah.
to do
Go heavy.
free
Yeah,
weight, go heavy as you can, and that's what makes you cool, or that's what makes you like a big guy, or whatever the case
yeah.
may be. So, doing that has always got me into so much trouble as far as injuries going in my body. So, these things have helped me sustain my muscle mass and my muscle and the quality of the muscle at my age, and it works.
Yeah, for me, it's like it's hard to switch to this mindset because for me, it was, yeah, same thing. The narrative of like, we got to go freeways, got to go heavy. So now because we have so many different pieces of equipment at Absolute, I find myself not doing the free weights as much, but I'm like so paranoid that I'm not going to grow as well. But we'll see. I guess after a year or two, but
Yeah, I mean, I think I have switched over to this mindset maybe 2 years ago, and I'm liking the results so far because I'm able to isolate so much, and I'm able to, especially when I'm trying to pick a certain spot to grow. Like it's not even my entire, rhomboid. It's just a certain area of my rhomboid that I'm trying to bring it up to make my physique look pretty, and just working on that active range of
yeah.
motion. It's easier to do with those, and it has helped me out a lot.
Yeah, well, cool. I guess that's a good spot to wrap it up today. It's been a while. So,
Yeah, and to also kind of sorry, just one last point.
yeah,
You can go heavy on cable rows. You can
yeah,
go heavy on cable pullovers, Smith barbell rows. It's not like the tension and the load is not light. It's heavy, but it helps you isolate it, and
yeah.
it's less risky.
No, logically, that all makes sense. I think it's just like the the narrative that was is so
Absolutely.
different. That was pushed 10 years ago versus now.
N-
It's hard to let go of that.
narrative from our idols.
Yeah,
They're so different. So
yeah. Um, well, cool. So this is the final back day tier list from Sid, and yeah, I'm really liking these. I think it's a good way to break everything down and present information in a good, more entertaining way. So if you check out the Physique channel, we have a bunch of these with other pros too. And we'll pump out probably 2 a week, 2 or 3 a week. Um, but yeah, that was a good episode. Good catching up.
yeah, and
And
let's do more of this. Let's see on the next episode. I want to do bulking and cutting carbs. You're gonna find that a
yes,
very quick episode. If we're just doing that, because I'm gonna have the same answer for both. So
okay,
I want to do that for our next episode, if that's cool.
absolutely. That sounds good. All right. So like, comment, subscribe, and we will be back next week. I know we took a couple of weeks off, but we need to make sure we're regular with this. So we'll make sure we do it again in a week from now.
Absolutely, guys. See you guys soon.
All right.